Okay, this is a video about iodine. I tried to do a video some time ago about like essential vitamins and minerals. I'm not sure exactly what happened. I kind of messed with the hotkey buttons on OBS, and I think it just like randomly recorded a bunch of videos, and I uploaded like some random one where it was just me listening to music, which is why I got a copyright strike, and it was kind of confusing. But anyways, I figured it out now. So anyways, I think there's some vitamins and minerals that specifically are pretty important. I would kind of rate them higher, like important on the like how important they are and how I'm trying to think of they're important. That's what I'm trying to put. So iodine is a mineral that's found typically, I think, in kelp and seaweed. It's it helps a lot with the energy and metabolism, especially your thyroid, which is right around here, I believe, is pretty dependent on it. I know that like certain medications kind of lower. I know lithium, which actually I'm on, lowers the amount of iodine. I know a lot of foods are iodized right now, so it's probably not as big of an issue as it used to be. But I think, especially for someone that's going through maybe mental health issues, physical health issues, some combination, detox, Herx reactions, other stuff like that, I think it will help also with that. I think the energy and metabolism is important. I know you can get iodine kind of by itself, but I have heard it is more potent, and this is something I've actually learned recently, is that when you isolate something like, say, a vitamin or mineral, without like its kind of stuff that normally comes with it, like, because generally when if you find iodine naturally, it would be in like a piece of seaweed, like in sushi. There's like these little snack ones where they like roast them in different flavors, which I usually either get the sheets or the little roasted ones. And I know that it takes about 2 sheets of those, or about 3 of the small ones, to be around the recommended amount. But I know people that go a lot higher than that. The point being is that when you separate it out from kind of its natural, when you kind of like isolate, like say iodine, and you just take that out of like its natural, the substance it is, it makes it a lot more powerful. I know that people that take iodine, it's a lot more potent, especially for detox reactions. And actually, yeah, I mean for detox. I do know that iodine, and I think even you can mix kelp with, I think like hot water. I think a naturopath recommended you do that once. Iodine is like antiseptic. It's often used for medical purposes. I know that when I donate plasma, they swab it every time I donate. And as long as it's stained, the stain is there, it will keep killing bacteria. And it's so that's one way you can also, and some people supposedly you can test to see how deficient you are by how much, by how fast or whatever the iodine spot fades. Generally, that's not recommended to kind of like supplement with. And you can take it in pill form. I have heard it's better taken kind of in tincture and drop form. I know Global Healing Center is a good one. I know Alaria Supreme, but that's kind of like a full spectrum. It has kelp and it has other stuff that help you kind of absorb it better. And I've heard, especially if you're going to use it for detox, to kind of start with the Alaria Supreme or kelp or maybe seaweed, and then ramp up to maybe iodine by itself. I don't think I've ever taken iodine by tincture. I have taken it in supplement form, and I have most of the time I just kind of eat seaweed. The smaller ones are kind of better because they're roasted and they taste better. I mean, if you can make sushi, it would go a lot better too. But iodine, actually, something that I've learned recently, is it actually helps detox not only your thyroid gland, but also your pineal gland, which is a pineal pituitary gland, which is in your brain, and it helps with intuition. It helps with a lot of stuff. So especially if you're kind of more spiritual minded, I think you can probably take quite a bit of iodine. I would start slow, or start low, and then ramp up. I don't think there are any cases where it'll cause, I mean, if you start, you kind of don't want to dive headfirst into things without like kind of researching and doing your own experimentation. Sometimes you have to like kind of test out and see what works for you. I have taken, I think, 5 or 10 milligrams, and I know you only need like 150 micrograms a day, but I know people have taken more. But it actually detoxes, and it helps detox, I believe, the halogens, like bromide, fluoride, a few other things as well too. And people have, I know this isn't just, I'm making this up, I've heard this from other people and have done their own research and experimentation. It won't detox like everything, but I think it will help with energy and detoxing that. So it's worth looking into. I know that another use you can use is you can take it internally, either with supplement or food, or the tincture. I know some people that like, well, I'm referring to Josh Mason of Detox Dudes. He sprays a little magnesium oil, and then he puts a little iodine and rubs it in, and I think he does it on his wrists, and he does it on his throat, which is around where the thyroid gland is. And I know some people that take it, and this is for men, because you take it and you basically rub it on your testicles, and it helps raise your testosterone levels, which seems to be a more common thing. Like, I've had low testosterone since basically my health fucking took a nosedive, so who fucking knows. And I've tried a lot of different natural and other stuff, and it kind of goes up and down. But anyways, so yeah, that's the use of iodine, especially if you have thyroid problems. I've heard I think even in hyperthyroid, but I know in some cases in autoimmune conditions like Hashimoto's, it's not always indicated, because I think it can maybe make the inflammation flare up. So I would kind of talk that over with a doctor or naturopath to see what they think. But generally, as long as you start out low and then kind of build up, it's generally a good idea. But yeah, that's it. Bye.